We turn now to the Executive Director of the United Nations World Food Program, Cindy McCain. She joins us this morning from Kinshasa in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
In Gaza, we have this man-made catastrophe with Israeli authorities blocking the entry of all aid from March until about May 18th. The Trump administration said Israel needs to let in food. So are your deliveries consistently now getting through?
Well, let's start with the fact that this is a catastrophe, and you're absolutely correct, and I'm very grateful that you're covering this issue. They have let a few trucks in. This is a drop in the bucket as to what's needed. Right now, we have 500,000 people inside of Gaza that are extremely food insecure and could be on the verge of famine if we don't help bring them back from that. We need to get in. And we need to get in at scale, not just a few dribble of the trucks. Right now, as I said, it's a drop in the bucket.
So how many trucks need to be getting in daily to address the scale of the need you see? And can they get into northern Gaza?
Well, prior to during the ceasefire, I should say, we were getting in 600 trucks a day. Right now, we're getting in maybe 100, something like that. So it's not nearly enough. And it needs to be going to the correct places. So the various gates, it's inconsistent as to how the gates are open. It's inconsistent as to the roads we can use. The roads that are the better roads, the ones that can get us further along, aren't open at all. It's complicated right now. And again, I will tell anybody who will listen, we need to get in and get in at scale and be allowed to feed these people before a further catastrophe occurs.
Your organization announced at least 15 of your trucks were looted when they entered southern Gaza en route to bakeries. Israel has consistently said that the looting is being carried out by Hamas. Have you seen evidence that it is Hamas stealing the food?
No, not at all. Not in this round. Listen, these people are desperate, and they see a World Food Program truck coming in, and they run for it. This doesn't have anything to do with Hamas or any kind of organized crime or anything. It has simply to do with the fact these people are starving to death. And so we will continue to go in. We will continue to go in with food and the kinds of supplies that we need to help the bakeries operate and make sure that we can continue to do that and hopefully be able to do more of it. But again, we can't do this unless the world community puts pressure on this. We can't be allowed to sit back and watch these people starve to death with no outside diplomatic influence to help us. These poor souls are really, really, really desperate. And, having been in a food riot myself some years ago, I understand the desperation very well.
Well, 5 days ago, Prime Minister Netanyahu vowed to take control of all of Gaza, which seems to be a shift from going in, carrying out raids, and then withdrawing. We've seen the Pope speak out. We've seen the leaders of France, of Canada, of the UK calling the cutting of aid egregious. Netanyahu said criticism like that is feeding Hamas and really feeding anti-Semitism. What do you make of that pushback from him, that criticisms of the state are feeding hate?
What I do know is they're not feeding people. And the most important part of this is that's what we're supposed to be doing. I'm very grateful for anyone, the Pope, any of the folks that did shout out and say, listen, we need to get more in. But I can't tell you as to exactly what Netanyahu's thinking or anything else. What I do know for a fact is that we need food to get into Gaza to avoid an utter catastrophe.
The Israeli army had announced aid will be distributed under what they described as an American plan. Prime Minister Netanyahu said it'll be American companies giving food directly to Palestinian families in safe zones secured by the Israeli military. There's reporting in the Washington Post that these are armed private contractors doing logistics. Palestinians will have to submit to identity checks to be fed, and that would replace the UN coordinated networks, presumably also the World Food Program. Do you know how much longer you will be allowed to operate in Gaza?
I've not seen a plan from anybody. We continue to operate doing what we do best, and we are the largest and the best at what we do, I might add. We've never been, a plan has never been proposed to us.
We haven't heard in the press, at least from the administration, any of the details either. But we do know that the U.S. ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, announced back on May 9th that this is going to be a U.S. initiative involving only Israeli security. The Israelis are not distributing food. Secretary Rubio was just in Rome. He said he did meet with you. Did you share with him any of your concerns?
Well, we had a very frank discussion about exactly what was going on and what we could do to help alleviate a lot of this. Some of it, I'm not sure that they were completely clear on how we operate and the size that we are and the logistics ability that we have to be able to do this. So we had a very nice discussion. As you know, the Rubio family and the McCain family have been friends for a very long time. And so I was grateful that he would take the time to listen to what we had to say and let us discuss exactly how we feel we should be able to operate.
Did he assure you that the U.S. supports the UN and the World Food Program continuing to supply food in Gaza?
We didn't really discuss the U.S. Participation in any of this. He was really, really concerned with and really trying to understand how we operate and the need for exactly what we do. We will work with anybody as long as it feeds people and feeds people safely, I might add, on the ground, and keeps our people and people from other agencies safe as well.
Executive Director of the World Food Program, Cindy McCain, thank you for your time this morning.